We are here at Fort McClary State Historic Site. All right, guys, we're going up here. You guys are Ooh, cool. So you guys are on like where I put his feral bag on the stroller. So we are going up to this Fort McClary. I know absolutely nothing about it except for I saw a sign the other day on the highway that said this, and I kind of looked it up. So we're going to learn everything we can. If we want to learn more, then we'll learn more when we get home. Kind of cool. On a bumpy road. Let's go up this way so we can. Let's go see.
Looks like a big swamp.
We're on bumpy gravel, Azariah. Where are we going? What do you think? Big granola bar. All right, let's see. Ooh, it goes out to water. I see water. Wow.
I think we're allowed.
Ew, all about Fort McClary. Thank you.
Are we allowed over there? Hey, can I get one? No. Yes. Can I get one?
No. You may look at mine if you'd like. Look at that view. It's gorgeous.
Are those Billy's?
Yep.
No one's going in the track. No one's going in the track. Actually, that's not.
Yep. That's
You
for.
don't want to see this awesome. It has a map.
No, that's cool. So we'll do that one. We'll see what we have today because we don't have that appointment. I think we can go over that side maybe. We'll see how much time we have today. So we have Fort McClary, Kittery Point. The blockhouse was built in 1844. Where do you see that? This is the blockhouse.
What blockhouse? This one?
That one. Rifleman House in 1808 to 1812 is this. Magazine, early 1800s lower battery, 1800s granite outer wall, in the Civil War era, unfinished. The site at Kittery Point was used for defensive purposes since 1689. It was manned for 5 wars, including the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812, and the Civil War. It was decommissioned in 1918. The buildings and outworks here represent what remains of several different construction periods. During its heyday, there were barricades, officers' quarters, a cookhouse with a mess hall, a powder magazine, 2 rifleman houses, a shot furnace stood on the lower battery. A guard shack and hospital stood north of the fort.
Mom, there's 2 lighthouses. One in the middle of the water, the one over there.
Yep. See if we can trek up this mountain, Azariah. Go over this side just a little bit so we're not so gravelly. Hold the steps up there. Fort. I'll spare you the bumpy ride up this hill. Powder's not flour. If you were thinking of war, what would a powder house be?
Hey, Mom. You have tons of powder in here, and you can bake any food you want. I'm going down, Mom.
No, it's like ammunition. What's ammunition? What do you use for a gun? Use black powder, or you use bullets, right? So this is powder like that.
That's bull. This way.
There's an echo. It does like your echoes down there. In a hole. In there like it echoes like a perfect echo. I don't know how. The girls said you can find it tomorrow.
I'm gonna go down there.
Okay.
If I can get this dirt out of my shoe. There's a rock in my shoe. Bye-bye.
Did you go down there?
Look like that side.
See the footprint of the rifleman's house here. Where you going, Azariah? Oops, your thing fell off. Right now.
Don't run. You don't want to fall forward.
Azariah likes this trip. I'm gonna zoom in. This is Woodlight here. And then I'm gonna go a little bit over. 1 minute, please. I believe this one here is White Island Light. Over to the cannons, Azariah. So I'll share you a video from down below. These are the stairs that the girls were walking up. So it's like a ramp and then stairs, and then that's where we were, like on the top up there. And you come over to see these. Such gorgeous views. You can see 4 lighthouses from this location actually. Resisting naval firepower. Granite wall, earthwork, 1808 to 1844. Resisting naval firepower. Large coastal forts like this one were built to defend against the increasingly powerful cannons that could be mounted on naval vessels in the mid-1800s. Among them were guns designed by Admiral John Dahlgren, who became known as the father of American naval ordnance. The Dahlgren guns could fire shells weighing 32 to 440 pounds, some of them reaching targets more than half a mile. Large granite coastal forts were designed to withstand impact of these shells. The large warships of that period could carry dozens or more of these heavy guns. Watch him for 1 second, please. All right, have somebody watching Azariah. We're going down.
Yes, that's a window way over there. Yeah, it's not that deep. I could walk in here with my feet. It's how deep it is.
Okay.
Seriously, not that deep. Guys, deep.
I will be daring.
No, if you come along this way, it's not. Mom, it's not that deep.
Actually, stay on that way, Joe.
Okay, come this way.
So they would have put guns out there. It's not here to scream as loud as you can, okay?
You can see a lighthouse when you want to come down, okay? I see a water. I see a lighthouse. Mom, I see a lighthouse. Hello, where are you? I see a lighthouse. I'm getting down. That's cool. Can I get down? Let me get down. Mom, look at this. I see a lighthouse. Here, the one I showed you. Don't splash.
See it?
Hey, don't splash. There it is.
There it is. Okay, go that way. Up the stairs, please. It actually turned out to be gorgeous today. It was rainy this morning. It's been raining for days. This is over that fort that we were just in. So one lighthouse, then the other lighthouse, another lighthouse. You can see the fort built up around that way. And my children. Do I want to see a dead lizard?
Its head's off.
Oh, just what I always wanted to see. Thank you.
Where?
It's over here on the...
It's over here. Its head's off.
People rolling it up like, oh, I don't want to.
Look at Azariah. He loves his field trip. In life, we learn things 3 different ways. Or in my opinion, we learn things in 3 different ways. One is by hands-on giving your kids experiences. 2 is what's in you that you want to learn about. So say I want to learn about, learn how to sew. I want to learn about lizards. Yes, you can take that off. Yes, you can take your rain thing off. You can learn about things that you want to learn about. And then the 3rd way, which is the model for the public school, is to learn by reading a textbook, which you're told that you have to read, and learning that information and then reciting that information. So those are just the 3 different ways of learning. We just choose to learn in a different way. So I love to let my kids decide what they want to learn about. But then I want to put them into these places like we are today and be like, hey, do you want to see this place? If you can see, everyone's having a good time. Do you know how much questions the kids are going to have when they walk away from this? So much questions. Imagine today, like, what are you thinking about? You see these big solid walls. Maybe you have questions like, there's going to be questions about lighthouses. There's going to be questions about the wars that were fought. There's going to be questions about how things are built in order to make them that sturdy so cannons can't go through them. So there's going to be all these questions, maybe about settlers, maybe about, there's 1,001 different questions that could come from an experience like this. I give them the experience, they ask the questions, then we find the answers. That's how we learn. So what's your favorite way to learn? I find it very unusual if people like to learn information that they're not ready to learn and they want to take a test about that information, only to learn it long enough in order to take the test and forget about it later. But teach their own. Everyone can teach their own way. This is just our way that we want to teach. Hands-on, real life, loving learning. So we're going to go down a little bit over here and then we're going to get out of here. I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day.